Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we are going to go through and do another slapped ham reaction. This one is titled, These Scary Videos Are Not For You. With that, let's get started.
In this eerie footage uploaded to TikTok by user Mr. List Paranormal, we witness an event that has left viewers baffled and genuinely creeped out. According to the video's description, the uploader insists that whatever pulled the paper came from behind the glass. Naturally, this sparked intense speculation from viewers, with theories ranging from an invisible entity lurking behind the mirror to secret passageways resembling the infamous backrooms. Skeptics suggested simpler explanations, such as someone hiding behind the mirror, or perhaps an air vent causing a suction effect. Adding an even more chilling perspective, one commenter shared their own similar unsettling experience, stating, "There's a gap between the wall and my bed frame, and my blanket fell in there. I tugged it, and someone tugged from below. I never tried to find out who it is." Could this mirror incident also be the result of something unseen lurking within the walls? Whatever the true explanation is, one thing remains certain: some mysteries might be best left unexplored.
Now, this clip can go one of two ways. One, if I want to be skeptical now, I'd say that they got an exhaust fan underneath that mirror. And so they just had this whole setup for this video so everybody can get amazed and astonished at this card being sucked from his hand. Or we can go with the paranormal route. In a paranormal community, it's often known that mirrors can be considered a portal. It's used in scrying. It's used in a multitude of things to do with the paranormal and also in witchcraft. So you can look at this two ways. I'm not saying which way I'm going to go with it because I need to know more of the situation. I would want to take the mirror off the wall personally and see what's going on. But that's just me. Now, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below.
Cadillac, originally from Massachusetts and now residing in Veneta, Oklahoma, has opened up about her unique romantic journey. Felicity identifies as Objectum sexual, meaning she experiences romantic and emotional connections with inanimate objects, in her case, life-sized dolls. In 2018, Felicity made headlines by marrying a zombie doll named Kelly Rossi, whom she describes as her perfect match. Kelly, a gift from Felicity's late father, first entered her life when she was just 13. Initially viewing Kelly as simply a cherished gift, Felicity began developing romantic feelings by age 16. After her father's passing, Felicity found comfort in the doll, and her attachment deepened, leading to their eventual marriage. "Marrying Kelly brought me unprecedented emotional fulfillment," Felicity shared, describing their wedding as everything she had dreamed of. The ceremony, held in Rhode Island, cost approximately $500 and included full traditional attire, Felicity in a gown and Kelly wearing a tuxedo. Felicity emphasized her deep emotional bond and intimacy with Kelly, openly discussing their romantic connection. But the story doesn't end there. Felicity recently entered into a polyamorous relationship by marrying a second life-sized doll named Robert, a 6-foot male companion she had known for 8 years. The intimate ceremony was held privately at her home on Valentine's Day, with her grandfather unofficially officiating. Felicity, dressed in a red gown, was surrounded by Kelly and their doll family, consisting of 10 children, with another on the way. "It's a polyamorous relationship," Felicity explained. "At bedtime, sometimes I cuddle just Robert or Kelly. Other times, it's both. Kelly and Robert are best friends, and there's no jealousy between them." Felicity emphasizes that her relationships, though unconventional, provide her genuine happiness and emotional security. She hopes to one day live openly without fear of judgment, stressing that Objectum sexuality is a valid spiritual connection rather than a disorder. I'm also attending therapy, Felicity noted, and my therapist sees nothing wrong with the love I have for my doll family.
Now, this one, I just want to be short, sweet, to the point on this. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum on this, so I really won't comment on that. But only comment I got on this is supposed to be, these scary videos are not for you. And I didn't find that one scary. And let's just move on, shall we?
This next video was uploaded to YouTube 7 years ago by user Escalato Baleado. Although the footage is poor quality, it certainly looks to have captured something strange on camera. In it, two girls can be seen happily dancing to a song. Keep your eyes focused behind the girl on the left and see if you can notice anything strange. A mysterious dark shadow suddenly darts out from behind the girl on the left, quickly moving towards and then vanishing out of a doorway. This shadowy figure moves unnaturally fast, leading many to speculate it could be a genuine paranormal entity known as a shadow figure. The sudden re-emergence of this unsettling video online has sparked intense debate, with some claiming it to be undeniable proof of supernatural activity, while others suggest it could simply be a camera glitch. Watch closely one more time and let me know what you think it is in the comments section below.
Okay, now this one's an interesting one because it's an older video and it makes it a bit harder because it's the grainier texture. As you can see, when the girls were dancing, their legs kind of moved in and out of focus a bit. And honestly, the way it kind of looked to me, because you can do this, you can set this up with, like, say, the older CCTV cameras and stuff like that, plus these older, maybe webcams and things like that from, like, he said 8 years ago. So yeah, that right there, they would cause a lot of glitches. I think with this one, unless we got the information from the person who was filming this for the girls or the girls themselves, we'd have to ask this question and get the real answer from them. But personally, what that looked like to me was a person realizing that the girls were filming something and they just ran past real quick, hoping not to be spotted. And with the blur and everything that goes along with this lower quality of video, they ended up looking like a black shadow going by, like a shadow figure going by. Now, if we were able to get the real information from the women who were in that video, and they say that they were the only ones at the house at the time and nobody else was home, then possibly this could be undeniable proof of a shadow figure. But other than that, I'm going to stick with my original of saying that it was a glitch when somebody was running past real quick not to be in the video.
In this remarkable clip, originally uploaded to TikTok by user Borinali.6, we witness a heart-stopping encounter caught on CCTV. A pack of wolves emerges, sprinting down the road toward the officer. Reacting instantly, the policeman abandons protocol, swiftly opens the car's back door, and leaps inside for safety just seconds before the wolves rush past. Viewers were quick to comment on the situation, humorously noting that the driver likely avoided a ticket after unintentionally providing shelter from the danger.
Well, this one I don't need too much speculating on, except for a couple of things, and I'll bring those up in a little bit. But I have to agree with a lot of those commenters that gentleman who was driving certainly needs to get out of that ticket, since he offered shelter from such a situation as that, even though he probably inadvertently gave shelter for that. But now, my question for all y'all is, where was the police officer's car? That's one. Number two, where'd all those wolves come from? Did they escape from a zoo or a preserve somewhere? I mean, M25, that sounds like it's a United Kingdom roadway system for me, like the highways or something like that. I may be mistaken, it might be a different country, but that just sounded like, England, Ireland, Scotland, places like that for me. And I still can't get over the cop car, though. Where was it? I mean, here in the United States, as probably some of y'all all know, the police car comes and parks behind you when they pull you over. I didn't see a cop car there. I can't get my mind wrapping around that. I mean, the wolves, I don't know. Like I said, it could have been a zoo. It happens. Anyway, but I'm still just stuck on the car not being there. If there's anybody here that maybe knows that location or knows this out of the United States and has seen different procedures with police officers or something, let me know. I mean, I love to learn new things, and if other countries have the police officer just walk right up and stop you from speeding or whatever this gentleman was doing while he was driving, then I'd like to know. And then also another one. Why did he open the door? Which is weird to me too, because it was M25. That's, like I said, it's more of a European road system. But the driver's door was opened up on the opposite side. Unless he reached over and popped open the passenger side, which would be a bit odd, because normally officers will come to the opposite side of the flow of traffic, meaning they're going to come and approach, if it's a high traffic area, they'll approach the passenger side. And when it's not as crazy with the traffic and everything, they will approach the driver's side. So, I mean, if anybody's ever seen anything different, let me know. But it's just strange to me that there was no police car anywhere around and this person had the door wide open. I've never seen that, unless you were getting out the car because they wanted a search. Anyway, on to the next.
Uploaded to TikTok by user Divine Goddess 95, we see a snippet from a seemingly normal morning news broadcast.
Dude, did y'all just see that?
Watch the blink. Now just take the next picture. That's her, not her eyes blinked.
Dude.
As the presenter blinks, her eyes appear to glitch, briefly revealing what looks like a second set of eyes underneath.
They gotta pause it. When she blink, you gotta pause it and see.
We're finna see it again.
The uploader describes how her mom initially noticed this eerie anomaly during the live broadcast, prompting her to rewind and record the moment for closer inspection. This odd occurrence quickly reminded viewers of the infamous reptilian shapeshifter theory popularized by conspiracy theorist David Icke. According to Icke, reptilian extraterrestrials disguised as humans secretly control positions of power across the world, occasionally exposing themselves through subtle glitches, often involving their eyes. While some viewers speculate that this could simply be a technical glitch or a trick of the lighting, others, including the uploader herself, can't shake the unsettling feeling that perhaps something far stranger was accidentally revealed on live TV.
Her eye blinked, and that's how.
Do y'all
she
think
blinked.
her eyes blink or just another set of eyes?
Now, this one I will say is creepy, but I do think I have a rational, easy to understand, non-paranormal explanation for this one. I've seen it a few times myself. Maybe y'all seen it too. Now, you ever pause a movie, a TV show, and it just highlights the most unflattering look on the actor or actress that's on the screen when you pause it? You've had that happen, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so what I feel with this is somewhat in the similar type of realm. She ended up catching the video in between scenes, so to say, like in between the different, since it's already recorded, there's, much like in the film reel and all that type of stuff back in the old days, where you would have, it seems seamless now, but it's nowhere near as perfect seamless like what you would have in real life situations. But anyway, let me get back to describing. So she took the picture in that minute scene frame that's set between the frames, where the woman's eyes were open and blinking. So it created the image of like a double set of eyes. Now, that's easy to explain, especially since it's a picture and it's from a recorded video, because as some of y'all know, the more you record on something, the more degraded over time it can become. I know I'm telling my age with it, but VHSs was the main big thing with that. And I'm pretty sure the more you sit there and like a hard drive and stuff like that will get degraded over time. I'm more than certain. The more you use it, then delete. More you use it, delete. Everything has a timeline for them, their life expectancy, And I think that's basically what she did, was she just called it in between frames, and it looks like a double eyes image, where one's closed and one set's open. If there's anybody in the want to disagree with that, write it in the comments. I'm up to learning new sides of everything. I see things one way, you might see it another. Just let me know what you think, and we can have a good conversation about it. Let's go on to the next one.
In this eerie image uploaded to TikTok by user Alien Mysteries, we see a group of friends enjoying themselves at the popular UK festival, Boomtown. At first glance, nothing appears unusual, but look closely at the hillside in the background. Standing alone is a tall, shadowy figure with an oddly elongated shape. According to the uploader, several attendees reported not only spotting mysterious dark figures on the hills surrounding the event, but also hearing strange voices and unsettling noises echoing through the night. Speculation has quickly spread across social media, with some viewers convinced this is clear evidence of an alien. Others suggest it might simply be an optical illusion, or even a prank. Whatever it is, the mystery behind this chilling image continues to intrigue and unsettle viewers.
Now, I believe with my whole heart that we are not alone out there. Somewhere in that great expanse that we call the universe, we're just a speck of dust, and just tiny in that just immense galaxies, space, just everything. It's not even, like, you can't even fathom how much is out there. Nobody knows. So, I say that just to say that that one was not an alien. To me, now, any of y'all ever go around near the Appalachian trails to like towns, small towns around those mountains and everything, and you see those big old Sasquatch cutouts in front of hotels, souvenir shops, places like that? Well, I do believe with my whole heart that that's probably just an alien cutout, and that they had a few maybe surrounding the whole place or something, and then that eeriness that they were talking about could have been, since it was a festival and things like that, different music, different frequencies within music, whether you're playing an A minor or B major. There's a differences in the tonality of it, and there's certain tones that they found that actually can cause a sense of like creepiness or eeriness to come over you. It's not just in the music itself, it's in the tonality of the either it's mostly minor chords, and instead of the major chords you get more of the minor chords, the sharps and everything. That just creates a sense of eeriness. So there could have been music being played like that, and then they had multiple cutouts. It looked like there was a hill or something, and they were like more like in the bowl cutout of a hill area, and somebody might have just put cutouts over there, you know, to go with something that maybe was going on with the festival or something. But yeah, no, as much as I love to believe that we are not alone in this universe, that was just a cutout.
In this bizarre video uploaded to TikTok by user Secret Story New, viewers were left scratching their heads at this surreal sight. Some commenters suggested that this footage captured a real-life glitch in the Matrix. Others offered more practical explanations, speculating that the dogs could be suspended by tie-out lines, with one animal perhaps having jumped over a nearby fence. Skeptics, however, took a different approach, arguing that the video looked like it had been edited, pointing out an anomaly with the shadows. Despite the varying theories, the footage continues to puzzle viewers, leaving many questioning what exactly they're seeing. So, what do you think is going on in this bizarre clip? Let me know your take in the comments section below.
Now, this one I can't give you an explanation like one of the other one I did with the music and everything with the cutout alien and all that. I can't really give you an explanation because, in all honesty, I'm not even sure what was going on there. I will have to agree that it did look like some of the tie-ups that they do for the dogs and everything. You know, it was kind of, some of them were kind of clear, like almost like fish line. But I didn't see, I mean, that sun was bright, so that sun should have been glinting off of one of them dogs. And just the fact that there was no... It was weird on the fact that that one dog that was like in the middle where that one was jumping up trying to get it, didn't seem like it was there almost. I mean, I was trying to pay attention to the shadows, but the clip is too small, and trying to go through it over and over and over again, I just couldn't focus completely on the dog's shadows because I really didn't see it because of the way the angle of the sun is too. You might not be able to see it because main shadow I was following was the one of like, it looked like a clothesline, maybe some clothes flapping in the wind. But this one right here is real strange. If any of y'all can sit there and figure this one out, I mean, I know it's not a glitch in the Matrix. That right there just looked like it was something with maybe the tie downs and things like that for the dogs. But if any of y'all can explain this one pretty good, leave it in the comments below and I'll take a look at it, because this one got me scratching my head on how this one was faked, you know? I mean, because obviously it's not a glitch in the Matrix. Alright, let's move on to the next one, shall we?
In this eerie photo shared by Shaylee on the Ghosts of London Facebook page, an unsettling mystery has emerged, leaving viewers both fascinated and spooked. Taken at Shaylee's sister's wedding over a decade ago, the image was captured moments before the groom saw his bride in her dress for the first time. But a closer look reveals something unsettling. a second ghostly bride standing nearby. Even stranger, her spectral presence seems to distort the face of Shaylee's sister. Shaylee insists the picture is genuine, completely unedited and captured in a remote rural area far from homes, fires or smoke that could explain the apparition. She's been left wondering if this mysterious figure was drawn to the location itself or if there's a deeper connection to her family. What do you think? Does this image really show a ghostly bride? Or is there another way to explain the figure's strange appearance? Share your thoughts with one another in the comments section below.
Now, this one here to me doesn't look paranormal. It looks more like that pareidolia effect. I mentioned it one time before, where light and shadows play on glass and cause maybe something that almost looks like a silhouette of a person, you know. What I feel with this one here, because you see the trail of smoke actually goes across the bride's face, not the sister's face, unless they were talking about the sister being the bride. But anyway, I'm willing to bet the gentleman that's in those is, I can't tell if it's red or maybe orange suspenders, but y'all seen him. The gentleman that was behind the other gentleman, the groom with the real tree vest on. I think he probably took a hit from a vape pen and blew out the smoke, and it created the pareidolia effect, because it's just the way the smoke travels. It looks like it came from most likely him and went across the bride and plumed out the other way, and it created almost a bride silhouette with the way the play of the light and shadows through the trees are. And then just the weird paleness on the one side of the, I guess I'm assuming bridesmaid's face that's on the phone. That could be also from the sunlight. But let me know what y'all think. Alright, let's move on to the next.
Historic home known as the Bihl Manor was built in the 1890s by Jerome Bihl, a prominent businessman from Toledo who owned jewelry and piano shops in Fremont, Ohio. Located near significant historical sites, the manor sits just across from the Rutherford B. Hayes Museum and near the site of Fort Stephenson, famous for the Battle of Fort Stephenson during the War of 1812. During this battle, a small American garrison led by Major George Croghan successfully defended the fort against a larger British and Native American force, marking a key American victory. In the 1920s, the Bihl family relocated to Minnesota, selling their home to Clarence and Daisy Wolfe. The Wolfe family hosted viewings and funeral services for family and friends at the manor. Clarence Wolfe passed away in the house in 1942, followed by Daisy in 1966. The property was later converted into a children's group home under the Lucas County Children's Center, housing mentally challenged, sick, and unwanted children. According to historical records, a child tragically died by suicide or accident during this period. In the 1990s, after the children's home closed, the house operated briefly as the Buckland Bed and Breakfast before being sold again in 2009. The subsequent owners mysteriously vacated after only a year, leaving the reasons unknown and adding to the home's intriguing history. The Bihl Manor is a house with layers of paranormal activity, each floor seemingly haunted in its own distinct way. The basement harbors aggressive entities known for biting men and scratching women, accompanied by frequent REM pod activity and intense Estes method sessions. On the first floor, Daisy Wolfe's former room is particularly active, with paranormal equipment responding regularly and a rocking chair famously known for items being thrown off. Voices of a man and children, footsteps, and loud slams are commonly reported. The staircase is home to sightings of a red-haired boy who frequently appears on the landing, while Jerome Bihl's original piano, now kept in the garage, is occasionally heard playing by itself. The second floor has a reputation for shadow figures darting through halls, watching from corners, and a male apparition often spotted gazing out a window. Voices, footsteps, and a heavy oppressive atmosphere add to the creepiness. In the attic, the red-haired boy reappears, children's laughter echoes, and mysterious heavy footsteps shuffle across the floor. Several deaths have been confirmed at the manor, including former owners Clarence and Daisy Wolfe, as well as a young boy rumoured to have died tragically. either by suicide or accident. The home also has a history of hosting funerals and viewings, deepening its eerie legacy. In a chilling exploration of the notoriously haunted Bihl mansion, the paranormal investigators from the YouTube channel The Ghost Files attempt to uncover compelling evidence of ghostly activity. Guided by the mansion's co-owners, Heather and Carlo, their investigation reveals disturbing experiences, mysterious phenomena, and possible interactions with the spirits said to haunt this historical home. The video begins as co-owner Heather vividly describes the first night she and Carlo decided to investigate the house, recalling powerful resonant bangs that shook the floor, prompting her to flee immediately from the mansion.
Our first experience was over here in the parlor area here. That night we decided we were going to check it out. We were both sitting here. He asked if something was here, to knock 3 times, and it took us about a minute later, and that's when we heard not just 3 knocks, but it was bangs. They boom, boom, boom. I mean, you could feel it under the floor, you could feel it vibrate, and that's when I ran out the door.
Next, Heather takes the team to Daisy Wolf's room, where Daisy passed away in the 1960s.
So this is where we believe Daisy lived her last days, because there is a call button over here. And then, the bathroom has a ramp. But we get a lot of activity in this room, especially for some reason, right here in this area. A lot of our equipment with lights, go off over here.
In the basement, multiple visitors have reportedly witnessed and recorded a clear, full-bodied apparition of a child manifesting visibly, supporting claims that the spirits of children inhabit the mansion.
We have had people catch full-on apparition right here. You see it manifest, and it's not very big. It's probably is a little boy, little girl, about this big. You see it manifest, and you see its arms. I'm getting heebie-jeebies now, but and you see it walk back. So this is the way back there.
Using audio recording devices, the team captures startlingly clear responses from supposed spirits.
Now we are upstairs in the angry lady's room. I got the REM pod over there on the fire mantle, and I also have the night vision camera. We're going to do lights out, spirit box, and I'm going to ask some questions on the recorder too. So yeah, let's get into this. Is there a woman that haunts this room?
You're not.
You hear that?
You're not.
Highlighting the intelligence and responsiveness of the mansion's spirits, the investigators invite any child spirits present to interact with a piece of equipment placed on a bed. Immediately, the device illuminates, directly indicating interaction by an unseen child presence.
If there is any children spirits here with us, would you like to play with that red light I have on the bed right there?
These encounters and pieces of evidence underscore the mansion's unsettling reputation, solidifying Bihl Manor as one of Ohio's most haunted locations.
The Bihl Manor, or the Bihl Mansion, according to who you talk to, is one of the most haunted locations in Fremont, Ohio. I've heard about it for years as it being one of the most haunted locations in that town. It's not the most haunted location in Ohio, but it is up there, and it is the most haunted location in that town. But, there's really not much to say about this clip. It went into the history more than anything. Sure, we did get some shots of the video showing the REM pod going off in the bedroom when the gentleman asked questions of anybody being within the room with him. And, at first, me personally, I would like to do a baseline of that whole area, make sure, because it is an old building. And I know a lot of times with some of those historical sites, they do upkeep with the wiring and everything, but who knows exactly when was the last time it was set properly, Anyway, what I want to go into is that I feel that, even if I haven't done a baseline myself, that the REM pod hits could be very real with this situation here. That it's not just the deaths in there. There's supposedly 3 known deaths that happened there. 2 being the people who had owned the home previously, and another one being a young boy. But that can do a haunting. But the thing of it is, there's a lot of other factors that can go into play. Take, for example, if, you sit there and just the amount of energy that could have been dispersed through that. It was a home at one point for wayward children. So you think of all the energy that's in there with a lot of children. I don't know how many it would house at a certain amount of times, but just the amount of children going in and out of that house, the amount of emotions that came through. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had a whole bevy of emotions run through there. You had happiness, sadness, rage, you had depression. These children went through a lot. It was not only was it for wayward children and things like that, it was also used with children who were no longer wanted by their family. And you can imagine the emotions just coming from children like that they know that they weren't wanted anymore. I mean, I just think about what type of emotion you personally would have or something like that. And emotions are an energy that can dissipate. We can change the narrative of that energy, but energy, if you know science, energy does not dissipate. It continues, it lingers. It just shifts from one action to another. So the energy's still there. It's all just in according to how you utilize it. If you are expecting something scary, if you're expecting something happy, you're gonna sit there and manifest it. I mean, I know a lot of y'all have heard to manifest your own destiny, your own fate. It's what type of energy you put into the world that will change your outlook on life. And you think about it. That can follow you. You have a person who goes from down on their luck, can't hold a job to save their life, and then all of a sudden they change just simply because somebody tells them something good in their life, or you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm going to personally make a change. And they do, and it follows them for the rest of their life. That energy is what changed their life, and it changed the lives around them. So it's a powerful thing. Emotions, it is an energy all its own. So the amount of energy that passed through those halls, not only as a wayward children's home, but when it was used for the funerals, the full-on funerals, but the viewings of the bodies and everything, the amount of emotions that went through friends and families, the sorrow of the person passing and everything. That house is carrying a life all its own, just from the emotions that were expended from the different people who lived through there throughout the years. I mean, that's what a true breakdown of a haunting is. It's the emotional energy. Sure, you have residual, and then you have active too, but the active also deals more within the times and the space of the people who were there. I mean, personally, I've been into locations that were haunted. You could sense the presence of stuff, but I haven't had too much happen to me personally, just simply because of the energy I bring in with me. I bring in the energy of calm, cool, collected, just to ensure that I personally will not have anything brought back home with me. So, I mean, a lot of this is all in how you perceive and have a perception of everything. So, I mean, if you go into a place where you're like, oh, yeah, no, there's nothing here, you're not going to see anything. But if you go in it with the expectation of being scared out your mind, so to say, it's going to happen. May not happen right away, but you yourself will make yourself scared, if you get what I'm saying. I hope you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I've rambled on a lot about this. I mean, even though this one was a video clip that didn't have a lot in it, I had a lot to say about the situation in general for it. So, you know what? I'll hush up about this one, and let's move on to the next.
Like something straight off the set of the 1996 sci-fi film Mars Attacks, a recent art installation at Bihl Studios has been causing quite a stir. Quadrupedal robots roam the darkened gallery, each topped with disturbingly lifelike human head sculptures, some eerily recognizable, such as the twisted visage of Picasso. The installation masterfully invokes the uncanny valley, with viewers struggling to reconcile the robots' lifelike haunted faces with their starkly inhuman bodies. Observers have described feelings of dread and fascination, their unease deepened by the deliberate dissonance between organic expressions frozen in silicone and the rhythmic, emotionless clicking of mechanical limbs. Bihl's disturbing fusion of technology and humanity pushes art into unsettling territory, forcing onlookers to confront their deepest fears about the blurred boundaries between human life and cold machinery.
Now, this video clip to me is just downright disturbing. Now, there's something about seeing a robot that looks like a naked dog's body with a human head on it. It's just unnatural, unnerving to me. I just hope they would never, ever, ever make this into a toy. It's just too creepy. Take the human head off of it, put it maybe look like a cat or a dog, you know, something like it. Make it more natural looking, you know. I know this isn't exactly paranormal or supernatural, but it's creepy. It is very creepy, and I think that's about all I want to talk about on this one. How about y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed today's reaction. I enjoy doing these reactions for y'all. So if you're liking them, like and subscribe, y'all, so I keep on coming back with more.